Good day, my friends. My name is Tracy Repchuk, and I'm the host of Reach Millions TV, an entrepreneurial lifestyle and learning channel, where I will educate and introduce you to some of the greatest powerhouses in their fields. Now, as an entrepreneur for over 37 years, I've had the good fortune to appear in Forbes over 27 times, speak in 39 countries, appeared on NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, won awards from the Senate, the Assembly, the White House, and President Obama, written 9 #1 international bestsellers, and from that journey, I have reached millions with my message. So I wanted to make sure you knew how to do this too, with specialized trainings and by introducing you to the people that can help you find more leads, make more sales, and reach millions with your message. You can find out more about me at tracyrepchuk.com and reachmillionsacademy.com. In today's episode, we are taking a look at traffic, how to create a traffic hurricane as part of the promotion series. Very exciting because this is the lifeblood of your business. We're going to be taking a look here at cross-channel marketing. This is a really important element to take a look at when dealing with your business. And the reasons are multiple. For example, when you need to connect with your customers, you need to do it from an array of different communication channels, such as email, social media, SMS, mobile apps, and more. It's really all about communicating to your customers based on where they consume their data. For example, if all your customers are, viewing YouTube videos, then that's where the majority of your marketing needs to be. If they are, of course, on Facebook or they're on Twitter or TikTok, it doesn't matter. Where they are is where you need to start to focus your marketing efforts. This consideration allows organizations to be able to create a consistent customer journey across any and all marketing platforms. This is why it's important that whether they find you on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, your website, articles, press releases, doesn't matter, that you have a consistent messaging and a consistent brand that starts to move them towards what problem it is that you solve. Now, let's take a look at when do you focus on traffic as part of your business and marketing strategy? The answer to that is different than you think. And I know what you're probably thinking because after speaking on thousands of stages around the world, the number one thing everyone was looking for was traffic. And then I would ask, people, oh, good. Okay. So, you've got your funnel built, right? You've got your landing page and your email marketing sequence in place, et cetera. Right. And they were like, oh no, I don't have any of that. In many cases, they barely had a product or service. And so this is when you know that traffic is premature, because pouring traffic onto something that isn't built or is broken can do nothing but either overwhelm, frustrate, break the customer experience, break your reputation in the industry. So it's really important that you take a look at what is the sequence to unfold your business. The first is to have that vision. What it is that you want to do, what problem do you want to solve in the marketplace? Then you can kind of build your messaging and your brand. You don't have to go all out here. You just have to really understand who is your target market and what are their expectations and what is, of course, the problem that you're going to be solving for them. And then kind of start to create that messaging around that. And of course, if you can too, start to develop that color strategy, especially if you're going to be starting to build your websites and things of that nature, because you want to be sure that you attract and engage them visually, or else it will end up repelling. Then the next step that I always take my customers and clients through is the building of a landing page. This is that separate website that does one thing, captures the name and email address of a visitor. This is key because you need to be building your database. Depending completely on social media, as your lists, as your followers and things of that nature, it's building your house on sand. Because if that particular platform no longer wants you there, Instagram has done it, Facebook has done it, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of the platforms are famous for simply wiping your accounts, and you go in the next day and they're gone. And of course, if you were dependent on that traffic and solely, or dependent on those people for your income, it's being wiped by a third party. And that's because that's their platforms. You don't own those people. So the beautiful part about social media is it pulls in pockets ideal audiences for you to drive into your own personal database. When you hear of companies being offered billions and millions of dollars, the reason for that comes down to the number of people they have in their own database, right? That's what people are buying. They're buying lists. They're buying connections to people. And of course, in this situation, if you have not been building a database of your own and all of your followers and lists are over on social media platforms, as interesting as that number is, it is not a direct determination of your income simply because they can wipe you out. Once you have done this, once you have focused the strategy of collecting the people and collecting kind of prospects, now you need to engage them with emails. You need to start that email drip campaign that allows you to educate and nurture and enlighten them on your products and services, as well as then directly ask or continue the training procedures and find out more deeply what they want. And then you can create a sales page at this point around what we'll call like a flagship product. So that's the main thing that you're going to be offering. Is that main thing going to be a $27, $47, $97 product? Or is your main thing going to be a $5,000 coaching program? Whatever it is, you need some sort of element to educate on what it is that you're going to be providing. And then, of course, in the case of a lower end product, you click and buy. In the case of a higher end product, you may have to go to a discovery call and kind of supplement that step because it's a higher ticket item. You want to then start to really consider search engine optimization on your websites, on your YouTube videos, on your landing pages, on anything that is content in the marketplace to be driving traffic to you. And so this starts to add into your strategy. Then you'll be leveraging the social media. And again, because why do social media? Unless your whole target is to be an influencer and all you're going to be doing is selling you and things of that nature and selling what you're doing. If you're building a business, then you need the other pieces. You can run straight to social media if all you're doing is setting up a influence persona, and that's what you're hoping to become, right? But let's assume in this situation, you're building a business. And so now you can start to do social media because you have somewhere to drive them. You want to drive them to a landing page so that you're building the list, so that you have people to talk to. You want to appeal and integrate your brand into this. You want to have them nurtured through emails, and you want them to buy from you directly from your sales page. Once this is all established, and this doesn't have to take long, right? All of this, honestly, this can be a 7 to 10 day process. This is not some years in the making. When we start our clients, I can start somebody from scratch and have them right to this moment in time for needing traffic depending on how fast the sites and things can get built and how fast they can make decisions on approval cycles. But now we're in the game of traffic. So now we're ready to pour kind of that fuel to the fire that we've already built so that it can now go boom. It can quantum leap, as I like to call it. So as you can see here, quite honestly, traffic is not your problem. Usually conversion is your problem. And here's why we can almost predict that. Is because there's so many ways to get traffic. There's tons of them, right? The three main traffic sources are you can buy traffic, you can borrow traffic, or you can build traffic. So examples of buying is pay-per-click, PPC. Okay, so that's where you're going to Facebook and you're going to Google and you're doing advertising and you're placing ads there, right? Again, though, do not place ads unless your funnel is built properly, because what are you driving them to, right? This becomes a very hard thing to track and manage and convert if that funnel is not built. Then, of course, you'll see, there's things such as solo ads and solo email ads, right? All these are things that you can purchase. You can purchase email lists, in fact, and things of that nature. I don't quite frankly recommend any of that, but that's not to say it can't be done. And then you can do press releases. You can pay for radio ads, right? You can pay for commercials. You can pay for social media, for sponsorships and influencers and things of that nature. And then you can do ads and you can do direct mail. All of those are ways to invest income and buy traffic. Now, the other way you can do this is to borrow. So this means you have to be quite established in order to be able to borrow traffic, because that's almost a swap. So you would approach one of your peers or somebody that has your target market, and you would say, hey, how would you like to be a joint venture? How would you like to enter into a strategic partnership? How would you like to do an email swap? I'll email your stuff, you email my stuff, right? And all of that goes for upsells, cross sells, thank you, page swaps, autoresponder swaps. All of those are similar in nature in that you agree and arrange with somebody to do an exchange. They do for you and you do for them. And so the one I always focus on is the build. And this one is in a way a longer term strategy, right? You can set something up and immediately start to do pay-per-click and start to pour money and get people into a funnel or get people into your product. And that's fine, right? But once you stop that spigot, right? Once you stop the spend, all traffic ends if you haven't done a good build cycle. And so I like the buy as long as the build is part of that. So, over here, we have things like YouTube, search engine optimization strategies, press releases, blog posts, being a guest blogger, articles, email signatures, offline TV and radio. So that is like Roku, Amazon, Fire, and Apple TV are examples of that. Public speaking, of course, a great one. TV and podcasting, kind of massively popular right now. There's true TV and radio as far as that offline is concerned. NBC, ABC, Fox, Jack FM, that type of thing. Social media, you can post reviews, post in forums, do a viral report where you give it and have other people share it out and it drives traffic back to you, and webinars and telesummits. So what I'm going to do here is focus in on some build options that are going to really help you establish that long-term strategy, as well as leverage kind of and build some momentum. So a blog, people think, or it's been rumored that blogs are dead. Blogs are not dead. Blogs are alive and well. So that stands for web log, right? So you can build a blog, which is, posting data, articles, information, integrating videos, integrating links to your own personal products, etc. Okay. Google loves these because this is where the fresh, dynamic, new content comes from that they like to distribute, right? They don't want all this old stuff from a decade ago. They want the fresh stuff. And so they're going to start to, if you are a consistent blogger, index you, right? And start to feed up the content as you post it. Now, one of the biggest things here, though, is in order to have your content found, we're back to that SEO strategy, search engine optimization. You must use keyword phrases in order to be found by Google, because Google's only going to be interested in your blog if you're answering a question that people are searching for, right? That's how that scenario and relationship works. So it's important that you understand that. So when you do your article or blog post and are about to put it up, this next thing you have to do is now take a look after and say, what was my keyword phrase and where can I put this? And of course, most importantly, the place you want to put that is in your title. And that's why most of these should be answering questions to things people are searching for. And I'm going to tell you how to take a look at that in a minute. So you can do it on WordPress, you can do it on Blogger, but more importantly, I recommend you do a blog post on your own personal blog so that you start to get that traffic, so that you start to get the attention to your site and you start to improve your Alexa page ranking, which is, of course, what Google is basing all of the sites on as far as importance in the world. And then once you've done your blog post, you can go to a site called pingler.com and you can put your URL in there and it will distribute it to RSS feeds, real simple syndication feeds, and get it out to a whole pile of other sites, depending on what your topic is. So that really helps you to get your word out in a wide way. Now, one of the missed elements is the email signature. So the email signature is that little blurb at the bottom of your email. So what should it be doing? It should be driving to your landing page, because if someone's in your, direct email, chances are they're not over in the autoresponder drip campaign area. But more importantly, you want to be doing some sort of call to action. Send them to a discovery call booking. Send them to one of your social media platforms, whatever it is that you want to be focused on. Send them to a group page that if you want to build that community. But you need to be doing something, putting your name and your email and address and your phone number and all of these things. That's not really a call to action, right? That's business letterhead. And so you want to have a driver. So for example, you might have something like, here's to your streamlined success, your name, and then, what it is that you're going to give them, right? No sense in many cases, me just saying I'm a CEO, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm an online income strategist. Those are good. And you can, again, test this out. But you want to tell them, why would they be interested in you? Well, get ready for a fully branded end-to-end website presence in under 60 days. If they need that, they're interested. And then I add the landing page opt-in. I want to get them into my database, right? So PS, get your free guide, how to double your income in 3 simple steps at fastactionresults.com. So that page is my landing page. And just another one is, hey, PS, I changed it out. This would be like a split test. Want to find more money, leads, and leverage in your business? Then take this quiz and go to fastfixmarketing.com. And then they'll go there and they will check that out. And so you want to make sure your email signature is a driver to a call to action. And YouTube, this is part of the build strategy. YouTube, of course, is, the number 2 search engine in the world. It is one of the most, used sites in the world. So many people are consuming video media right now. That, between YouTube and TikTok, this is really the area of consumption that is going on. But why is it really good to get up your YouTube videos? Well, when someone is searching, online videos get good ranking, and they get good ranking because, of course, Google owns YouTube. And so they like to feed data, and they know that people like to consume visually. You can show something versus say something. I'm a visual learner. I need to see it. I don't need to see it to believe it, but I need to see it to do it. Okay. In many cases, you can promote testimonials. You can really start to position and brand yourself with your channel. And it is the most powerful search engine optimization strategy. When you keyword phrase and kind of optimize your videos, and get, of course, on page 1 of YouTube search engine, because now people are actually bypassing Google in many cases when they know they want to search something visually. A how-to video, for example, how to brand yourself, how to build a landing page, how to get the most out of YouTube, whatever, right? Whatever keyword phrases they're searching for, again, these are what you want as part and parcel of your video. And so you want to ensure that that is properly set up. And when it is, then you can also leech over to Google and have them pick you up as well and get what I call a twofer, right? 2 for 1. And so this is a really great place. In fact, I am so dedicated to YouTube. We have a full service called quantumleapvideo.com, which allows you to have us build videos, optimize them on your channel, and start to get you that ranking that you are looking for. Articles are another great way. This goes to the same philosophy as your own blog posts, but in this case, you're leveraging somebody else's audience. Okay, and so if you go to ezinearticles.com or article sites like that, you can place your articles up there and allow them to distribute them to more people than you have. And of course, their Alexa rating will be higher than yours because of the history and the fact that Google knows fresh content is being distributed through this site. The other thing that I heavily do is, kind of get articles published in physical magazines. So here's an example of a feature article that somebody has done. This was the Hollywood Weekly. I've been on the cover of magazines, Social Selling Made Easy, in this particular one. I've written articles that I've submitted to various magazine, online periodicals in some cases, and they have published them. And of course, all of this comes back to you, not just by positioning, but in almost every case, they allow you to publish one of your website domains. This is why it gets important about where are you sending people, right? And then I've been published in Forbes over 27 times. And this, of course, is very high positioning from that standpoint. Now, I'm going to go into a few of what I call super traffic methods, okay? These are extremely exciting because these are, how do you, again, quantum leap, how do you accelerate the rate of which you get noticed? The number one or a major way to do this is affiliate marketing. This is when you get that recruited sales force to sell for you. And so where does this original recruited sales force come from, right? In the beginning, let's say you've had successes and clients and things of that nature, get it from them, right? You reach out and you ask somebody, hey, can you refer me And then you can ask past clients, do you know anyone who needs similar services to what you received? You can ask current clients this exact same question. Get testimonials from these guys, post it onto your YouTube channel, and drive traffic into a discovery call process. And all of these lead to future clients. Now, there's two ways you can do this. One is informally. You can simply say to these guys, can you recommend me, or do you know of anybody? And the other way is to formally set up an affiliate marketing strategy. This is where you can become an affiliate yourself, but more importantly, invite others to. And in my case, I have JV with Tracy. And if you type that in, you can join my affiliate marketing program, which pays you to recommend my services. Now, of course, past clients, they would have done it anyway, but isn't it nice when I say to them, hey, you can get anywhere from 10 to 40% for recommending my products or services. So that is a very big bonus to them. And it's a bonus to you, because these guys can reach far more people than you can alone, right? And so that's the cool part about it. Now, the next is webinars, doing webinars. And why are these so key? These allow you to get economies of scale, right? So that means that you do a webinar, people register, they come, they see what you're talking about, and you close them, right? You close them on a sale, you close them on a discovery call, you drive them to the next point to get that income in the door. But what's beautiful about this is then once you get that webinar really going, now you can ever webinar that, which means putting a webinar on automatic, right? So you'll set it up in a system that simulates it being a webinar. People come in, they register, they attend, they enjoy the process, and then they get all excited, right? And then once you understand the ability, the closing ratios and the conversion, then you can start to drive ads to this. And then you can start to build from that. This is how you put money on autopilot. And this is why I love this traffic method so much. You can create your own show. You can do it in Facebook Live in the beginning. I've had clients do that, a day in the life of a blind guy. I used to do Tech Talk with Tracy. But even more fun now is I actually have a show on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Sony. Over 80 networks are now carrying my show called reachmillions.tv. So you can check it out there. And in fact, if you're watching now, this is an episode from that. Podcasts and interviews are extremely powerful because they allow you to reach other people's audiences and position yourself, if you're going to be the podcaster, as that kind of thought leader, so that people can come more towards you. And again, these are examples of people that have interviewed me, and including Forbes Books Radio. And then next one that I love is the speaker. So I've spoken now all around the world. I love to do it. It is an incredible way to reach people directly. When you can see their faces, when you can see their responses, it leads to rapid conversion, right? So I've spoken now in over 35 countries, including China. I've received awards from the Senate, the Assembly, the White House, and President Obama. And it's one of my favorite ways to massively move people all at once. Then if you want to accelerate that, get on TV. And again, I have the formulas for every single one of these. I've done them with clients, and I also have the formulas that I can share with you on how do you do that. And I do that within my programs. I've been on NBC, ABC, Fox, CBS, City TV, the morning shows, San Diego Living, breakfast television. over 22 national networks. And what's powerful about this is I'm driving people to my landing page, right? And then if you want to piggyback on trends, go to google.com/trends. It's my little top secret tip for you to be able to leverage and tap into what is happening and what is important right now. Okay. This is a beautiful way for you to make money while you sleep and play. When you have your traffic, it's systemized prospecting for you when you're driving it to your landing page. And when you leverage that traffic, which means you take advantage of all the various ways that this can feed and integrate, that's when you have a massive success on your hands. And so within Reach Millions Academy, we have individual programs you can buy for Clubhouse, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, or you can join one of our monthly programs, which range from the ability for you to just get access to the courses, various types of the courses. In the Quantum Leap Series Coaching Club, it includes coaching plus access to the courses so you can move along and then have people to talk to every single week. And in the Signature Series Mentorship Program, this is where you get access to all of the materials, the weekly coaching, and you get access to me as your mentor, in which we will meet and set up your strategies and move you forward on a monthly basis in a group scenario. And plus, I'll set that blueprint with you in a call. So amazing programs for you to take advantage of at reachmillionsacademy.com.